Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to the gritty, dark underbelly of the Forgotten Realms as we plunge once more into the Underdark for our continuing Out of the Abyss campaign. Dramatic music. Okay, so... Hey, first and foremost, we want to say a massive, massive thank you to this cute little fella below me here, Cardboard Monster. If you are in Australia, this is a slightly regional specific one, I'm afraid, excuses for that, but if you find yourself in Australia or are in Australia already, do head on over to their homepage and use the promo code PhoenixIwaki to get 15% off the stuff that they have in their store, which is all cool and excellent tabletop stuff. So yeah, do give them a look if you get the chance, and a massive thank you to them for sponsoring us up until our Antipodean All-Stars extravaganza coming up in just over 2 weeks. More information about that at the end. Also, speaking of awesome Australians, a massive thank you to the incredible folks at Sirenscape for all of the incredible music and sound effects that they provide for D&D and other gaming experiences. Head on over, give them a try for free, and you can become a Super Siren subscriber if you like, and get access to all of their stuff forever and use it in all of your games, be they in person or online, such as our little gathering here. Now, also, speaking of excellent music, such as that ominous, dramatic stuff that's going on in the background right now, head on over to YouTube to Dark Fantasy Studio, Travis Savoy, and Epic Journey, 3 incredible channels of and sources of wonderful music for your games of various moods and feelings. And also on Patreon, the incredible Will Savino is an excellent, excellent provider of musical accompaniment for your adventures. All of our VODs on YouTube have the links for all of them, so do check them out. Now, I hope you enjoyed that little intro that we started adding to the start of the sessions there. That is all of the bold adventurers that we have fighting their way through the various planes and areas of the D&D world, trying to battle against the darkness and the evil that is trying to destroy all that is good and enjoyable for the rest of us. So, do join us whenever you can, and we shall give a rundown of the schedule as we're finishing up today. Now, speaking of today, we are currently playing Out of the Abyss, and we are down in the Underdark, specifically in the Duergar city of Gracklestug. Our players, having arrived, were surprised to be blackmailed by one of the guards at the gate, a very uncharacteristic thing to happen, as Zakan, my friend below me here, knew full well. And they decided to kind of investigate and play along for a moment, and they went down to the docks to meet the merchant that they were supposed to deliver goods to. And as they met this merchant, he was set upon by invisible assassins, and they managed to defeat the assassins, capturing one of them, and also capturing the merchant, because he wasn't too keen to hang around and chat and was trying to escape. But we have a trusty giant spider friendo called Webster, who quickly caught them with his webs, and bundled up, you looked for somewhere secret and quiet to have a little chat with these people. You found a likely-looking warehouse, and it became even more welcoming as a little Darrow opened up the door and very enthusiastically beckoned you to come inside. As it turned out, he was a devout follower of Dirinka. Sorry, I almost forgot the name. Dirinka, the Darrow god, who is violently opposed to Din Kalazan, the other Darrow god, an avatar of which you had destroyed out in the caves of the Underdark, and visions of which this Darrow priest had seen and knew that you were coming, and was very, very excited to have you in his little way church here down in the docks of Gracklestug. Inside the relative calm and quiet, you interrogated the prisoners, trying to find out just what was going on. But unfortunately, the merchant didn't seem to really know what the deal was with the extortion that was going on with the gates guards, only having contact with that one guard. But he did offer you a reward for saving him from the assassins, and also the chance of future work if you are heading towards the Sverfniblin city of Blingdenstone. Then you shifted your attention to the assassin, who was found to be carrying a fish leather charcoal drawing of the target, with thieves' cant around the edge, which Elora and her shady background allowed her to read, and she pointed out that they had been contracted and hired to kill this merchant. You tried to get some more information out of him, but unfortunately, he summoned once again that ethereal blue blade, seemingly out of nowhere, cutting the spider silk that was binding him, and then an unnatural power hurled him in a huge leap across the warehouse as he tried to make it to the door and escape into the city. But a rather large great axe to the shoulder blades put short stop to that. Now, Corbin decided maybe a little more leverage, a little more pressure was needed to get the merchants to talk, and with her hand of harm, for she has, so they have a hand of harm and a hand of healing. With her hand of harm, she sent a pulse of necrotic energy through the merchant. Unbeknownst to them, I hope, the merchant had suffered rather a lot of damage already, and this pulse of necrotic energy, small though it was, killed him. Zakan rushed in and spared the dying on the poor merchant, stabilizing his condition, allowing Corbin to use the other hand, the hand of healing, to bring them back to life, much to the Darrow priests' enjoyment, as they are evil, chaotic little assholes. And he was jumping up and down going, yes, yes, let's bring him back and then kill him, and bring him back and then kill him again, woohoo! And he was very excited. Now, having decided to dispose of the evidence by feeding the Duragar assassin to Webster, your giant spider pet, that is where we left things, as there is a rather unpleasant slurping sound going on in the corner as Webster has their second brunch, and you were deciding where to go and what to do next. Your companions that we can see arrayed on the screen here, on the splash screen, all of them had gone ahead of you to the tavern that welcomes outsiders to stay near the market in the city here. But you had not yet decided what you were going to do. So, let us bring us back to the Duragar city, thanks to Sirenscape, and I will let you introduce yourselves. Let's go across left to right as I see it. Elora, who are you? Where are they at? And, sorry, who are you playing and where are they at? Excuse me.
My name is Sam. I play Elora Lustrous. She is a high elf rogue from Myth Draenor. She ran away from home to start an outlaw band, and on one of her escapades she was captured by the Drow and met all these lovely people in the camp whom she escaped. And now she is a 3rd level assassin. She is hoping to get everyone home safe, find her comrades, and also not get killed by the Demogorgon.
All good goals to have. Okay, thank you. Ignatius, please.
Hello, I am Chris, and I am playing Ignatius Poppy Zorilus, the Minotaur Barbarian, who is basically just captured and put down here. Now he's trying to find his way out, but before he does, he needs to find his comrades in arms. Eventually.
Eventually, somewhere. And alive ones, preferably. Thank you.
Well, this axe can always fit more.
You've resigned yourself. One way or another, I'm taking them home. No one left behind. No spirit left behind. Okay, thank you. Corbin, please, while I'm shouting at people in chat.
Hey, I'm a Buns, and I am playing Corbin, our changeling monk of the Way of Mercy, and recent druid, or I guess that's what people keep calling me in this weird new key I have. But they have taken a step back from their family vocations and decided they wanted to make a name for themselves. They ended up down here and heard about Alora's troupe of like these awesome ladies that were all just like taking names and doing stuff, and so they're doing the longest job interview ever right now.
Yes, on the job training, definitely.
On the job training.
Unpaid internship. Yes, but with bright prospects in the future, I think.
I hope so. Corbin hopes so.
If this two-headed monstrosity over here doesn't kill you before that. Okay.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
And last but not least by any measure, Zakan.
Yeah, so I'm Stephen, and I am playing Zakan, the Asimar ranger / cleric who has been in the Underdark for over 100 years, and they're doing now what they have always done, leading people out, trying not to worry about any failures in their own strength or wisdom or lack of contact with any divine patrons. It's fine.
I'm sure it's fine, yes. Speaking of Zakan's divine patron, the angel Tidra is looking up. Things are potentially looking up. Do join us for Descent into Avernus tomorrow to see what happens with her and her sons.
Mess it up, guys.
As they battle against their father, a devil of the nine hells. Now, all of you, if you look over there, next to Corbin's name, there's a rather sparkly, shiny thing spinning around. That means that Corbin has inspiration from you fine people back home. A massive, massive thank you. If you have enough dream pies, you can spend them to give inspiration to one of our fine players here. If they do not have a spinny crystal to their name, then you can gift them that inspiration and allow them to take advantage on a roll in the future. So, if someone is without, please feel free to aid them on their quest. Now, let us return to the warehouse in the Dark Lake District. You can hear the faint ringing of hammers of all the various forges and smithies that are working constantly here in the city of Greckelstug. The caustic smell of the fumes and the smoke and all of the various acids and chemicals used in the various smelting processes are forever hanging in the air. And it's almost like the smoke works its way forcefully into your lungs, making breathing rather tricky. And Zakan, you remember there is something called grackle lung, which is a potential danger for people who stay here for any length of time. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, what would you like to do, dear adventurers?
We were talking about going back to the inn, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, we've technically we've been trying to get a drink for the last 2 sessions.
Okie doke.
Should perhaps release this man?
He's like, oh, could you? Yeah, that would be very nice, thank you. Finally.
I guess.
I'm trying to make up my mind. If you're going to kill me, you'll save me.
Didn't he say he had a job for us, too?
Oh, yes, when you're leaving the city, but I was led to believe you were going to be here for some time.
Well,
Were we? It's like everyone looks over at Zarkon. Who's the guy?
well, I remember we also talked about going to that temple.
Yeah.
Or long lost ruin.
There was, yes, a lost tomb that is plunged down here into the Underdark that was beckoning
Covers
to...
that guy's ears.
Thank you. It was beckoning to Elora, yes. But on the way to Blinkenstone, it was said.
Oh,
So rather fortuitously.
And I think the job that he had offered was also in Blingdenstone.
Indeed. Yes, a delivery to be made.
It's
Completely above board.
almost
not
like someone
to
set
worry
it up
about.
like that.
And
Zakan
please.
takes out their knife and is releasing this guy from his bonds.
Okay. And he had also invited you to meet him at the Shattered Spire Tavern tomorrow to get a small reward as a gesture of his thanks.
Just a question
Discuss
before you
possible
go.
work.
Who do you think was after you, and why? And are you actually safe to go out alone, or do you think they'll come back?
It is not far to my offices, and once there I can employ some of my trusty staff to watch over me. But thank you for your concern.
All right, then maybe we should go meet up with the rest of our crew, or...
As to who it was,
Ah,
I don't bloody know. Thing is, there's always been rivalries between the merchants here, but nobody's ever hired the empty scabbard. He said, trying to remember the name. Is that the right one?
so you know of
Yeah, that's
this.
correct.
Great. Could I see if I know anything about them?
I think there was just what Zakan had figured last time. They are a shadowy assassins guild here in the city.
Okay.
Yes, the empty scabbard. Also known as Frak Erachneik.
How do you pronounce
Beautiful language. Yeah.
Poetry.
You used it in a sen-
Durga poetry is gorgeous. Very, very
I
soothing.
like the
very
Russians of the Underdark.
It's good.
So then, what's our plan?
If we're not going to escort him to his offices because he's saying that they're close by, he did say we wanted to go look at the temple, so why not get it out the way? They said they would get rooms. It's kind of already covered. We just gotta show up.
We may want to rest our own injuries, as suppose we can take at least a night for that.
The merchant, Salt Baron, says, if there's anything that you want to, supply yourselves with, then the market has pretty much everything you could want for the journey.
Thank you.
So we've been in the caves for quite a while without any rest. Last settlement we went to had some trouble.
Okay, so that means the end. We're gonna rest.
We're heading
Alright.
towards the tavern if you would like us to walk along with you.
Oh, don't you worry about me. I'll be fine. It will take them a while to realize that their assassins have failed. And if another attempt is to be made, it'll take some organizing.
If you find out any other information, let us know.
If I find out what?
Any other information about has a bounty out for you, you should let us know.
Oh yes, my bold heroes. Thank you so much.
Doesn't concern us.
You just want to keep me alive until you get your reward. Every other adventurer's
Think
coming
about
through,
the
yeah.
enemy of my enemy.
True.
Well, I could use a drink.
I believe we
So
all could.
figure out what that's like.
Oh, that's right. Let's introduce you to the joys of hangovers.
Oh, what? Is it look
We're
like
not
they're
going to that
following
vault
you, like,
tomorrow.
as you're talking to, like, oh, what?
So you head on out into the streets once more. Oop. And the swell of people surges up around you, and the noise of all of those fine folk surging through the streets here. Mostly Duragar, of course, but then there is a decent mix of all of the various... Hellborn, thank you. Various groups of, like we said before, orcs and Swerf Neblin and various other groups. The smaller of those, and the Swerf Neblin in particular, are quite... what's the word I'm looking for? Looking for protection by travelling in greater numbers, so that if you see any Swerf Neblin, they're always in quite a large group. As you had heard, that vulnerable folks and people that were able to be captured easily were snagged up to be sold into slavery in this kind of place. So they're kind of definitely looking out for themselves. But the larger orcs are moving around and keeping themselves, looking dangerous and uncapturable. Sorry, Daisy. Yeah, that was that swell up for the crowd there was a bit sudden, wasn't it? So, as you make your way down these streets, you see these strange kind of quite blocky looking kind of architecture here is like built around the bases of these huge pillars of rock that reach up to the cavern ceiling above, and you can see the dull glow of the furnaces and the fires burning furiously inside, and that oppressive heat kicks in along with that sulphurous smell as you make your way back out into the main city. Now, said drink, are you heading towards the Shattered Spire or the here I get the name, the Golbron's Lair, which is where the others are?
Did we have business in the Shattered Spire? There was something...
Not until tomorrow. You were going to get your rewards there from Salt Baron tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Then... no reason to go there. Maybe go back to our crew and see how they're doing.
Okay. Yeah. So, you make your way through the streets there, and you are trying to navigate your way around here. Zakan, you know your way fairly well, so it's not much of a problem. And you come across the fascinating and quite impressive sight of the Blade Bazaar. Named, of course, after the most abundant goods that the Duragar offer here, but the shops here do have almost everything that's available for purchase in the city here. There are some visiting merchants that have set up stalls there, and there's the din of people arguing, mostly in Dwarvish and Undercommon, and it almost drowns out the hammering that comes from the city's forges. But Ignatius and Elora, from a tactical or a cunning point of view, you think this would be a very good place to lose someone if you were being followed or chased. And there's lots and lots of people here, and it is quite the interesting spot. All of these kind of lean-to kind of shacks put together on the side of the buildings, or awnings quickly strung up with all the goods laid out on tables and things for everyone to see. So, but at the moment you're just going to head to the tavern, yes? Okay. No problem. Let's have a look here. Let's see. I just want to check something. What's everyone's passive perception?
Not good. 13?
13.
Okay.
11.
15.
Okay. Thank you.
I think perhaps knowing about the possibility of people getting abducted from the slave things, they'll say to the group, stay together, don't get separated. It's very easy to get taken down into those fighting pits.
Indeed. Let's show these fine people at home what we're doing here, and your good selves, of course. So, here we are. So you're basically the warehouse that you were hidden away in was basically in that section of the Dark Lake district, just around where the Dark Lake district is written there. Yes, that's right there. So you make your way towards the east part of the city and towards the Blade Bazaar, which is the marketplace there. And the Shattered Spire you can see is across the way there. Sorry, everyone back home. The resolution will kick in when it's... There it is. Hey, right on cue. Thank you. And yes, you can see Golbron's lair is mentioned there as well. Now, you kind of make your way, like I say, along there near the edge of the Dark Lake and round the corner into the bazaar. And I need to check a little something here. Da, 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 da. Click. Click. All right, so those passive perceptions in mind. Sorry, apologies, Sam. Even Alora notices. All of you notice is another nicer way to say that. All of you notice keeping their distance and not seeming to make a move here. And Zakan, you are pretty sure that they won't, for reasons that I will explain in a moment. You see a drow very clearly focusing on you and following along behind you.
You said we all see this?
Yes. Now, Zakan, you know you've got a pretty good idea that they won't do anything because if they draw attention to you as a group, the Durgar will probably capture you and then try and charge a price for your capture if the drow are interested. So they probably won't make a move here. And also, if you do break into a combat here with, just foreigner on foreigner combat here, that would go very badly for everyone as well.
Like in one of the times looking back at them, are they familiar from having like observed all the guard movements at the prison camp and stuff?
Sorry, say that again?
Are they familiar from, because like over the long time that Zakan was in the prison camp, like they were watching the guards, and is their face familiar? Do they look familiar?
No. No, you don't recognize them.
Just a drow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting. So we all kind of like exchange this glance amongst each other since everyone noticed.
Yeah.
We keep walking.
Ignatius kind of tilts his head back. He's like, so, well, we shouldn't let a good opportunity go to waste, should we? I turn around and head straight for the drow.
Okay.
Not engage him in combat.
Conversation. Engage him in conversation.
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy. Oops. Perception. That is a 7.
7. Okay. I shall communicate my role through the medium of emoticons. The drow, seeing you turn and very meaningfully approach, melts into the crowd and disappears.
Okay. Oh well. That's one.
I just want you to look over, like you go to turn around and go, I don't know, and Corbin is like right next to you. Like, why would you do that?
I just wanted to
You didn't even hear them approach, and they're like directly next to you. Like, why would you do that?
I just wanted to see if we could get any information from them. Maybe they would leak something, or at least.
Then you leave them. Then you lead them somewhere. You don't turn around and let them know you know they're there.
I think we already made eye contact. Either way, if they're still following us, I don't want them to come near the tavern.
Well, why not? A tavern would be a perfect place for them to come find for us to question them.
That's a good point.
They're really looking like maybe I don't know something. You're an adventurer and like you've been doing this much longer. They only know what they've been brought up to know. So they're like, oh, like, was that wrong?
My tactics are usually very straightforward. Go, kill, very
Yeah, they're like, yeah, like that's what I was supposed to be.
Oh,
Wait.
what? You're trained in the ways of. You say you used to be part of an army.
Not an army. I mean, pretty big family, but I wouldn't say we were an army.
I would love to hear more about this. Maybe we should get back to the others then.
Oh.
Over a drink, maybe?
Yes. And they're like, we're not doing this anymore. They're like, take Alora's like loop arms like they kind of have been doing. And they're like, let's go.
Love to head back to the tavern and have a drink. I just is worried we may still be being followed.
Oh, that's a
The
good
drow
thing. He
needed
just
to
wants to question.
avoid us. He may have taken some other route for the moment. We may have a few moments without being watched.
If you want, I could probably send Webster to tail him. Or at
We
least
know
More
which
conspicuous,
let
yeah.
me know. Yeah. Might not be as silent as I think he is. And I feel like I look back and he's just like,
As healthy as our friend here.
What do you think the reason would be for making themselves known to us? The cop.
you
have
just think about
experience
it,
with
a
them.
job.
Perhaps he did not think that we had noticed him in the crowd. There are
Is that
other drow here, but patterns were somewhat obvious.
You okay, Corbin?
the music caught me off guard. I was like, is there a festival? What is happening?
The rhythmic hammering of the city's forges is suddenly drowned for a second by a thundering roar and the sound of crumbling rock. Duragar and visitors alike turn to look as a two-headed, grey-skinned giant bursts through one of the gates to the south, howling madly and lashing out left and right, littering the plaza with rock and stone debris. As he bellows, one of his swings connects with a Duragar soldier, whose broken body flies through the air and crashes near you with a sickening crunch. And let me shift
Corbin's very upset.
our view again.
Drink's going to have to wait.
Just our luck. Get a drink. Every single
I love how
time.
we're just like slightly bothered. Like, this is inconvenient. That's
For God's sake.
Kind of thinking.
We're
in the
not
back of my
fighting
mind,
that
You couldn't have
Yeah.
waited 5
thing.
minutes.
It's not
Did
our
we do
city.
this? This wasn't us, right, guys?
This one was not us.
He's not following us, is it?
He's charging, just rampaging through the markets here, and as he just goes, and he's just like clawing at his heads, and just.
Is something wrong with it?
It looks completely insane. Yes, just completely out of control.
Like more than normal?
Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Okay.
And you just see him. He just kicks through and just smashes through various stalls, sends lots of different stuffed debris and things crashing into the neighboring people. And there's just people screaming and running and trying to get out of the way. So
I mean, yes, I would like to get off the way.
Must
That's it.
rejoin our group and get out of here.
We quickly find something here.
Okay.
This is what I want. Steven, I haven't used this for a long time. I think, was it this one?
Ooh.
There you go. Run, 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 run! You hear horns and alarms go off as this creature just starts crashing through and just roaring and just smashing anything that's in his way. Bells start to ring out as the alarm goes out across the city as this thing is just crashing through the marketplace. And people are just fleeing this way and that and screaming like that guy.
Okay. I think it's all a consensus. We don't fight that thing. So, are we just running towards where our group is? You said we need to go. Have we started running yet? That's to the group. I'm asking y'all. Have we started running yet?
Just to clarify, this is the thing we saw in Wither City, right?
No, it's not. It's not Demogorgon. It's just,
Oh,
but
it's
it
not
has
the same.
it has two
Oh,
heads.
they did it.
No, it's a stone giant.
Oh.
It's a stone
Yeah,
giant.
Roll 20 just updated for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I thought it was. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, in that case.
Okay, that's better. Can I where's Webster? I would like to get a different view of the stone giant's head. It was clawing at its head.
Mhm.
So if something's up there making it do this, I want to get it. So could I like hop on Webster and like go up high?
Sure. Yeah, you can clamber up onto one of the buildings. Sorry, I made this map pre-Webster days. Hang on, let me
No, you're fine.
add our little friend in there.
None of us was expecting this to be a thing.
Good. Giant spider, where are you?
Oh, and I got the stats for it. Finally, I found it.
Cool.
I will share.
Here we go. Boop. Hello. There he is. Well, I can actually make sure that you've got it actually as well. Buns. Okay, and let's get that in your name so you can use it. Edit. Corbin. Boom. And Corbin. Boom. Okay, now, Buns, if you could try something for me. And sorry, quick pause while we're pausing here. Hello, patients. Good to see you, as always. If you can select the spider and then hold shift and double click it, you should get access to his character sheet.
Zoom this out so I can see what's going on the screen. The screen for Roll20 is just black for me.
What?
Like my map isn't actually a thing. I will refresh the page and see if that helps.
Let me just check your lighting is on. Yeah, it's all turned on. It should be okay. Total light. It's the same settings I had for the battle with the assassins last time, so it should be okay.
Should be okay. It may just be my thing, but we've established Roll20 does not like me.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately, apologies. I apologize. Are you in the right spot? I mean, it's here.
I'm still waiting for the...
Can you see the pings?
I can't see anything yet. The page was still reloading.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay. Now, Ignatius, you are hollered at by some Duragar that are thumping towards this creature as they see your very martial-looking stature looming there above those steps. And they're just the two Duragar there next to that fountain in the middle of the square. They just holler out, they're like, you there! Help us out with this monster!
Is there a reward?
First things first. Let's talk later.
All right. Hearing that, I guess Ignatius will do his best and run in. Are we in initiative or?
Yeah, well, if that's what was going to happen, then yeah, we will sort that. Now,
Actually, before I do that, I'll look back at the crew and be like, guys,
Is
okay,
common
and they
courtesy.
rage. Run in and rage.
no comment. Okay,
Does this
then
look
I'm
like-
making a choice here.
Yeah.
Say again, Sam. Sorry.
I was gonna say, does this look like something we can handle?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we can have it. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. Be confident. Be
Don't trust
confident.
him when he
Alright,
says
I'm
that.
down to roll.
Don't just trust him when
Yeah.
he says that.
All right. So, Corbin,
This is the first day.
Corbin, you and Webster scuttle up onto that nearby rooftop, and you can see. Let's have a look here. Can you give me an insight check, please, Corbin?
Yes. Ooh. Insight. Ooh, 3, 14, 56. I got 17.
Nice. Okay, yeah, that's successful, and you can clearly tell that this creature is crazed but terrified as well.
Okay.
Okay, and the second head that is growing from its neck it looks kind of shiny and kind of new, and like the skin is stretched. It doesn't look like it's been there from birth at all. The
Okay.
kind of the shape.
They usually have 2 heads.
They do not. No, stone giants. Usually, stone giants are actually, Zakan, you would know as well.
Might be
Stone
what's
giants are usually
bothering
quite, very chill, very kind of calm, and not usually want to cause problems like this. And
Two-headed.
you can see, not usually two-headed either. And
Okay.
Corbin, you can see that the second head is very disfigured, not natural looking at all. So, as you do that, the stone giant is still crashing forward, and let's have a look here. Okay, so yes, let's get that initiative going then. If people are starting to make a move. Oop.
Zakan will turn to Allura, I think is the only one sort of left here, and say, "Go distance, and you have to fight it if you don't want to, but I at least am compelled to do so."
I just like
Follow
to
you.
fight. Let's go.
He's already like 100 meters away. Already over there.
Rapidly disappearing into the distance.
Is there a reward? Maybe. Sounds good.
I'm in.
Maybe. I can see the pings, just to let you know, I can see the pings and I don't know why it's like that. I've signed in on both money on my computer and my phone.
Let me- Corbin, let me try one thing. There's one thing that I can try.
I can see it on Twitter. I can see it in there.
How about now?
Sweet. Okay, I can see the turn order.
Finally rolled so high on initiative. I'm like, yes, and of course, Allura still.
Of course.
It's 1-1. So close.
I was also almost there for beating Allura.
Yeah.
How about now?
Do you have
Does that
dex bonus?
Corbin, does that change it?
I can see the turn order, that's about it. I can't see anything else map-wise, but I can see the map on Twitch, so
Okay.
I have the chat app.
Yeah, just let us know where you want to be, and we will get you there. Everyone else okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone else can see okay? Yeah.
So what's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
dex
it goes
bonus?
good for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everyone.
Oh, I have a 2, so probably.
We're actually the same on that.
Oh, okay.
I'm the initiative with both of the two.
Okay, so Corbin, what's your initiative?
Oh, so I do get to
My
yeah.
initiative. An 8.
Noted. Thank you. Okay.
You're on the roofs with weapons.
By the way, Stephen, I was saying this is a blast from the past. This is the sound set that I made for when the pirate armada attacked Waterdeep, and you were running through the city to get there. Happy days. You're muted.
Yeah, I muted instead of unmuting. We did have a lot of city battles in that campaign, didn't we?
We did. Happy times. Okay, thank you. So, that is everyone. We will get you all sorted in descending order. Elora Illustrious. The illustrious Elora. You are first. What would you like to do? As these Duragar just pull out their axes and... Now, Corbin, remember remember what I said there? You know, they just seem very distressed and panicked about what's going on here.
I want to, if I know talking is a free action, but I want to yell, this is not normal. It looks like it's in pain. Like from like sideways off a building.
They usually have one head.
City is very, very strange. So 1 square would be like 5 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then I suppose I'll have to try to use my action to dash to try to get closer.
Okay.
So I want to get closer to...
So if you use the curse, if you select your token and use the cursor keys, it's really easy to count out. Or if you want to use the Q measure thing.
So somewhere around here.
Mm-hmm.
And then could I hide for my bonus action?
Yeah, certainly you can dive into those tents there, the market stalls there.
Yep. Stealth. I got a 13.
Noted. Okay, thank you. Alright. And Zakan, you're next. Ignatius, you're on deck.
It would, Okay, I was gonna say, since we have the same one, it would make sense for me if Ignatius, who was going first, was running in there, but I'm happy to go first.
Oh yeah, true, because he was running before. Yeah, so if you have cool with that, that's cool.
He's the first one to decide.
Yeah, okay, Ignatius, you go.
Oh, okay. Sure, I can't really make it, so I guess I'll just.
I'll give you one extra movement because you had started moving already.
Oh. So if I just win. 10. Oh, I still can't make it. All right. Oh no, I can. I'm gonna use my dash and then my Minotaur racial thing to try and. What's it called? Horns. It's just called horns. Goring rush. There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
So bonus action. So dash and then bonus action. Try and hit him. My horns.
All right.
That is.
The Dugar are impressed. It's like, please help, and you're like, "Roar," and you're the first into the fray.
Oh no!
How'd you go? 9. Oh, I'm afraid not. Sorry. Okay. As you just come charging in, the stone giant just with a big whoosh just backhands you and just knocks you out of the way. Not knocking you prone, but not allowing you to do the attack, I'm afraid.
Right.
Okay. Noted. There anything else? Bonus actions? Oh, that's with the dash before. Okay. Yes, Zakan.
Okay. They see the creature and its weird extra head and kind of bow their head a little bit and they say, "Your will commands it," and they are going to get into the market area here.
Okay.
And we're gonna do some dope ranger shit. Can we shoot past the fountain? Is that like if with a bow and arrow?
That's fine. Yeah.
Cool. Happens. The bow is out, and we are doing our 2 dread ambusher attacks.
Sorry, Ron. Shoot.
Shoot. So the first one is a 16.
16 will miss, I'm afraid. Again, I think the arrow actually just does hit home, but it's very tough skin. It just snaps off the haft of the arrow. It's like,
dang, higher than 16. Interesting. Okay. So we'll do the other one, the additional weapon attack. Let's see how that goes.
all right.
That was damage. It was almost good. That's a 6.
6. Okay, misses, I'm afraid. So 2 arrows
So it's
go
both just
flying and miss there.
stay
Okay.
over.
Okay, now the two Durgar in the middle there, who are dressed slightly differently to their counterparts, who are also running in to help. You see them just concentrate and they just enlarge to twice the size as they use their enlarge ability. Zoop. Ah! Stop doing that, Tortoise. There we go. Behave. No. Hang on. Sorry. Oh, why would you do that? Sorry. Roll. I think, Buns, you're not the only one. Roll 20 is being a pain today. Like, I'm trying to enlarge the token, and for some reason it thinks that's me wanting to drag the map. There we go.
Today's episode is not brought to you by Roll20.
Okay, good.
20. Sometimes it hates you.
Yes. So, Elora, these two Duragar just enlarged to massive size beside you as they roar in defiance of this invader and destruction going on around them. And as they do enlarge, they both pull out these kind of long lance-like weapons. And as they do, they bellow as these flames gout out of the sides of these lances, these very vicious-looking weapons. And that is their action, though. Corbin. Over here on your spider. No.
Which way did the giant crash from? Which way did it come from?
North on this map, but it's from the south, but yeah, wrong way around.
From the south. Look, I'm asking because so it's running from something. What is it running to? At this point, there's no point in trying to fight the giant guys that are on fire. But if I can stop what made this happen, it might change things. So,
oh no, the guys that just enlarged and brought out the fire lances are on your side.
Mm-hmm.
They're Durgar.
I know because they're defending against the giant, but whatever started this is the problem, not the giant.
It doesn't look like he's running from anything. He's not looking over his shoulder or anything. He's just gone crazy.
Something made this happen.
Yes.
Okay. So Webster has his web. He has like 5 or 6 of them.
Yep.
Can he do it? Can he shoot a web around the giant's feet so that it can fall?
Well, you're quite far away because he's scuttled up onto the roof of the building. Mm-hmm. So you wanna just?
I'm gonna cause a distraction while he goes and does that. I was just asking, is it possible for him to do that?
Oh yeah, if you get close enough, then yes, definitely.
Okay, so then I would like to use my movement to move us closer.
Yep, no problem. And he's got long range of up to 60 feet on that web attack, so he could do it.
Yeah.
So he comes.
You're only 70-some feet away.
So yeah, he comes scuttling over here. Shoo.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes scuttling down from the building across that little walkway there and onto the top of that market stall there, and can now see Elora. You can see Corbin and Webster come scuttling into view there, and they clamber up onto the top of that stall, and it is 45 feet away. So you could do the web attack with disadvantage, Corbin, or you could dash.
I would like to use a key point to dash. Could I do that?
It's Webster that's dashing, so
Okay. Yeah.
you can dash separately. You can move separately.
Yeah. Will he listen to me if I'm not directly on him?
You can certainly try, as they
I
say.
can certainly try. I think I would much prefer to kind of dash to make sure that we're close to make sure we can do it.
All right. So yeah, are you going to have Webster dash, or are you going to jump off and run across yourself?
I mean, Webster's the one I need to get closer, right?
Yeah.
So we have Webster dash.
Okay. So yeah, you go dashing over to there. Shoo! And you clamber down. So the Durgar standing there is kind of surprised as this massive spider just comes jumping off the side of the tents to the side there and comes scrambling over. That's right, Daisy. Yeah, remember, Corbin, you have advantage as well if you want to use it, and you can use that on Webster as well if you like. So you've dashed there. Are you doing anything? Because that's Webster's movement only.
Yeah. Once he shoots it out, I want to try to. Sorry, not sorry. I'm gonna try to climb him.
The
from
giants?
off top of Webster. Yep, from off top of Webster.
Okay. So you jump down onto the market cobbles, go running across and get to the giant, and try and climb it. Just give me an acrobatics check.
I certainly will.
You have your inspiration if you wish.
Aha. So acrobatics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's +4. I got this.
Famous last words.
I rolled an 11 plus my +4, which is 15.
Okay, and is that using the inspiration or not?
That's not using my inspiration.
Okay.
Inspiration is a D4, or is just
No, if before you make the roll, you can choose to have advantage or not. So we'll keep that one.
Save that
Yeah.
for like an attack or something. This
No
is
problem,
just-
no problem. So yeah, 15's enough. So you go sprinting across the cobblestones, leap up, kind of parkour off its knee, get a hand onto its shoulder and pull yourself up and land sitting on its shoulders like a little toddler. And now you're there. What would you like to do?
I would like to, it's very deformed, this head that is here. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but my brain won't get over the fact that this giant rock thing is in pain, that this is happening to it. So I'm gonna try to heal it.
Okay.
Absolutely do it.
What are you casting? Just healing?
The hand of healing for it. Like I can't. I hopefully it's like stop whatever is happening. I do have something, but I don't know what's going on here, so I couldn't use my resistance spell. Could I make it resistant to whatever's happening to it?
Using what?
Resistance. I have the spell.
Okay. Can you read that for me?
Of course. Okay. So it says, let me click it. You touch one willing, I'm not sure if it's willing, but you touch one willing creature. Once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one saving throw of its choice. I don't think it's doing what I want it to do.
No, I think you need a restoration spell.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Started with an R.
Good idea.
Got that.
Good idea.
I'm gonna go for the heal the head thing though.
Okay.
So rolling ahead. Okay. That was 10 plus 4. Oh, it'd be unarmed strikes plus 4. So 14 to hit.
It's not enough, I'm afraid.
Oh no! Wait. So can I use my advantage now? This is what I meant when I said I'd save it for something like this.
It needs to,
I'd
you'd
have to
say
say it
before
before my roll.
the result. Yeah. Okay, so just opt to roll with advantage when you want to.
Gotcha.
But before the roll, sorry. Okay, so you kind of lean out and it kind of bellows in confusion and kind of moves its heads out of the way as you try and, like, you're going to grab your hands on it. You're like, no, I'm trying to help. And this is like, and it's trying to throw you off. And it is the stone giant's turn. So, Ignatius, good news. It was going to try and get you, but now it has a monk up in its business. So, as you are perched up there, Corbin, the giant swings around with its fist. And the first one is 24.
No, that hit.
24, that is 12 damage.
Okay.
This massive fist just goes clunk into you. And Ignatius, don't worry, it's got love for you too. It has 2 fists, so it's just flailing around.
Don't worry.
The other one comes for you. Again, 24.
Yeah.
That is 17 bludgeoning damage. This massive fish just goes clunk, as it wildly flails out towards you.
Isn't
And-
it supposed to have fallen by now?
All right. Let's see here. Okay, and that's its turn. Now the Duragar, the regular Duragar, are also gonna enlarge to and come running in to fight. Bum bum. Coming, it's like, we want to help. So these massive Duragar warriors just come thumping across the cobblestones as the other townsfolk and visitors are all screaming and spilling out of the way. And that's them too. Elora, Illustrious, your turn. And Ignatius, you're on deck.
Okay.
So from my hidden position, I'm going to attempt to draw my longbow and creature. And I roll a 14.
14, not enough, I'm afraid. Misses, as it goes whistling past, almost hits Corbin.
They're just up there just regretting it, like, I didn't want to help.
So I think I'm just gonna go back into hiding.
Okay. Yep. So give me another stealth check. How was that? Sorry.
Oh, it was a 20.
Okay. So yeah, you just pop up from behind a barrel of mushrooms, fire the thing, and then dive back down into the mushroom.
I'm gonna help this.
Nice. Okay, Ignatius, Poppy Aurelius. Zakan, you're on deck.
Like, yes, that's exactly it. Distract him, Corbin, and I'll try to hit him with rage and reckless attack
Oh, Frey.
because he looks pretty tough.
Yeah.
All right. Where's my axe? There it is. Oh no! Good thing I did. All right. Well, that didn't work. Never mind. 15.
A 15?
Don't say it like that.
Bad luck, mate. Not quite enough.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay, so yeah, it's quite difficult to predict it, right? It's moving quite unpredictably as it's like stumbles about, and it's clearly not acting in a rational way, and it's kind of it suddenly lurches to the side as you go for it. Okay. And Zakan?
Yeah, so if they went up to the fountain there and kind of like ducked by it, would they get some cover? Half cover or something?
You can do, yep.
Okay, so we'll just have them go right up here and then ready some holy light in their hands and hold it out towards the giant and say, the light reveal and cast guiding bolt.
Nice.
Hey, I should maybe do it. 19.
That'll hit.
There we go. Right. I didn't waste that last spell slot. The damage is 12 in total.
Nice.
And they have a glow about them.
They do, yes. So the next attack will have advantage.
Whoever attacks the next.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. it is going to be these Durga Zaron that are just to the north of you, well, just the top of you there, Zakan, as you see these enlarged, more kind of elite-looking Durga. The one that's to the right of the fountain plants their feet and brings up that fiery lance, and then with a gout of flame erupts from the end of the lance towards the giant. And to the side of you, Ignatius, don't worry, you're okay. As, let's see here, yeah. All right, so yes, this gout of fire just comes gushing out the end of the lance, and I need to make a dexterity saving throw for our giant friend. Wow, 23. It very nimbly jumps out of the way, almost dislodging Corbin, but still takes half damage as... come here. Fire spray. Boosh. There we go. Do we get a damage? No? Okay, I'll have to do it myself. Noted, noted. 3d6. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay, that is 11, so that is reduced down to 5. So it just roars in agony as this fire splashes across it, and it takes a bit of damage, even as it manages to jump out of the way of most of it. The other one cannot do that without hurting you quite a lot, Ignatius. So it's just going to come running next to, well, up to here. I'm sorry, everyone. Let me get you in view of what's going on here. Da-da-da. And it is just going to lash out with that fire lance as a normal attack. Misses, unfortunately. As the giant is still moving out of the way of the fire that gouted from its friend's lance there. And then, Corbin, it's your turn.
What happened to Webster tying up his legs?
Oh, we forgot about that.
So yeah, Webster's going to shoot.
Yes.
All right. So do you want to do that? If you, oh, you can't. Sorry, roll 20. Roll 20. Attack. Ah, sorry, I got a 9.
Yeah, no, he landed on a 9. Okay.
Sorry.
Right.
So, Ignatius, a gout of spiderweb just goes flying past you, and some of it snags on your horns. You're just like.
Oh, no. Okay.
Do you, Corbin?
Does Webster's action count as my stuff?
Say again, sorry?
I was saying, is Webster's stuff separate from mine, or
Yes.
is that my turn?
Oh no, no. Just Webster goes on your turn.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. So then I am... people are hurting the thing. I tried to heal the thing, and then it punched me in the face. Corbin's petty. So I'm going to do Thunderclap right at its deformed, stupid little head now.
Go for it.
Okay. I would like to use advantage on this one.
Okie doke.
I would like to make sure that I hit it. First one. Ooh, it's a good thing. Because that was the same thing I rolled last time. Oh, yay, thank you. So, 16 plus 4 this time. So
That hits.
31. Awesome. Oh, no, I can't cast it that high. That was if I casted it at 5th level. I was about to start rolling stuff I should not be rolling.
This is Thunder Wave?
Thunderclap.
Thunderclap.
It's a cantrip. I don't think I should have rolled. Yeah, it's just 1d6, and I just rolled a 5.
Just straight damage then?
Yeah, it's straight damage. I don't think
Okay.
Is it touch or something? Because they might have like a spell attack roll or con save.
That's a burst of thunderous sound within 5 feet. It can be heard up to 100 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to make a con save. There you go.
It has to make a con save or take the damage, as does Ignatius.
Hey.
And the Durga.
Like fighting.
It's everyone.
Does
Yeah,
the
everyone
dex
in the.
save?
It's a dex. No, con save.
Oh, concept.
What's the DC there, Corbin? I can check
Yeah,
him.
the range
11.
the range is only 5 feet, but yeah, it's 11.
Ah, 24.
11. Yep. Okay. So con save. Ooh, beats it for the giant. Ignatius, how'd you go?
24.
You're fine. And the Durga also passes, I'm afraid. So there's a massive cacophonous sound rings out, and everyone, all of you are just like "Argh!" in that close vicinity, but are not damaged by it. Okay, anything else, Corbin? Kapow, indeed.
Fury blows.
Go for it.
I'm gonna hurt this. I'm gonna hurt it. I tried to heal it. I don't. Okay, so that one is a 17 to hit.
17 does just hits, yes.
Just hits. Awesome. Okay. Alright, that is a D4. First one's gonna be 3. And I have like 2 more that I need to roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the second one was a that if 17 hits, then I rolled a 17. It hits.
Okay, yep, no problem.
That one was a 4, so 3 plus 4. And then
7.
the last one was a 10. So I don't think, and we said a 14 doesn't hit, right?
14 will not, sorry, no. So the
Well,
students,
no,
that's
okay.
7 damage?
Yep, 4.
Okay,
7 damage.
so punch, punch. You don't boxing its ears. It's like trying to stun it, and it kind of like shakes its head. And it is its turn. Now, with that blow ringing down on its skull, it looks kind of confused. It's like, and it is going to, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's randomly lashing out now, and it's quite confused. So the first one is going to go for Ignatius.
It has advantage.
Well, okay, that's true, yeah.
Running,
So that is going to be 22.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is so yeah, lashes out towards you, and that is 12 bludgeoning.
Oh, cool. So, half.
And half, yeah, that's right, yeah, because you're raging now, yep. So down to 6. And the second fist is going for the Durga with the flamethrower. Oh no, the one that just attacked normally. So that is gonna be a miss. And it is the Durga, regular Durga's turn, and it's going to lash out with its war pick. Hits for 10 piercing damage. Crunch. And the other one is going to charge in and also attack with its war pick. And boop. That hits again. 6 piercing. And then it is Elora's turn. Hiding over there in the mushrooms. What you doing?
Okay, so I'm hidden, and I totally forgot that when I'm hidden, I get advantage. So this time
okay.
I'm gonna
Yep.
roll. The first one was a 14, that's a 6. And the next one was a 15, that also does not hit.
Ow, bad luck.
Yeah.
Yep, very nuts. Okay,
I'm
Ignatius.
gonna move a little bit
Oops, sorry.
closer
My bad, yep.
and
Oh, I completely forgot to use my sentinel while I was hitting any people. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Chris, while... Sorry, just before we move on to this thing, explain to me WoW Gems.
sure. So now that we're all happy family and roll together, stream team, rolling together, the channel is sponsored by Champions, Idle Champions, and you can get WoW Gems by typing that. However, that's on their channel, so you can go watch their VOD and get those WoW Gems. with the
Okay.
code.
So yes, thank you, everyone. We are part of the stream team with those fine people over at Roll Together. But yes, that is just on their VODs there. So do head on over and have a look at that. Thank you very much. Okay.
I guess I'll just attack. I'm not gonna go reckless because hopefully I don't die. Let's see. Still raging. 1 attack. Come on. That's a natural 1.
Ah!
Oh,
luck. Okay, so Sentinel is if they attack someone else?
Yeah,
Or-
if they attack someone else, they get an opportunity attack.
I see, I see.
Somebody...
Also, when I got punched, should have got an opportunity to.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Okay, thank you.
He was just so surprised.
Yeah. And Ignatius, your turn. Proper.
Oh, okay. That was the
But sorry, Laura hadn't finished. Sorry, what were you saying, Laura? You're going to do some movement, so are you going to hide again?
Oh yeah, I hit again.
Okay.
I only got a 13 though on my step.
Noted. Okay, so yeah, now Ignatius, please.
Oh, okay. Cool. So this is my turn. Nice. All right. One more time. Come on. Oh, 17?
Hits.
Oh, finally. Okay.
Just hits.
So it comes down. Yes. That is 15 points of slashing damage, followed by that fire damage, 1d4.
Been waiting. We've been waiting
4
for this.
points of fire damage.
Okay, so yeah, you see almost the tendrils of the spirits of Ignatius's ancestors streaming out between the swing of this axe as it cuts into the creature and causes this damage. Okay.
Cool. And now that I finally hit him, my ancestral guardians will come into effect.
Okay. So anyone else but you has disadvantage?
Yeah. He has a disadvantage on any attack that's not against me.
Yeah, Hellborn is a beefy boy, this one. All right, thank you. Okay, Zakan.
The 2 elite ones, are they also like in melee with this thing?
Yes.
Okay. From where they are right now, do they have like a decent like ranged kind of line? Could we say? Would I need to move to do that?
Yeah, they would get a little bit of cover from where they're standing right now because they're right between you and they're enlarged as well. So if you move so you've got line of sight between the Zaron and the giant spider.
Mm-hmm.
You could use that one in this
Yeah, we'll do that.
So,
Like,
Zakan, is that people in the
You
same
hear
room as
something?
you?
yeah.
So it's really noisy.
Yeah. So yeah. I'll be on mute the rest of the time.
No problem.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a sacred flame for that.
Okay, go for it.
But right there's okay.
So is a saving throw for me? Or it's a hit from you?
Yeah, that's just dexterity.
Dexterity saving throw? Okay. Boop. 19.
I think that'll definitely save, yeah.
Okay. Is it
The
half on
dexterous
a...
dude.
Is that... I know, yeah, these can move, these giants.
Dexterous. This is.
Yeah. I think it's just none on a successful.
Okay. Right. Any bonus actions?
None bonus action that I can do now.
Okay, so the other Zaron will come running up next to this, his friend here, and they will both attack in melee with their fire lances. First one hits, second one also hits. That is a total of 15, 20, 37 total from the both of them. And this giant is definitely bloodied now. This is past its halfway on its hit points. And looking very worse for their wear and this fire damage on it. Corbin, your turn.
Okay. I would like for Webster to try again on getting the giant wrapped up.
Yep,
to
totally.
turn her for his stuff.
Okay, doke. Well, actually, it recharges, so can you roll me a d6?
I sure can. That is a 4.
A 4 does not recharge, I'm afraid. So not this time.
Not this time. Oh no, the
Well, it's
point
just
of
like,
having the spider try to.
Oh
no!
Try
My spider's constipated.
I'm trying, Mummy. I'm trying.
It's fine, baby. It's cool. I'm going to continue with another Fury of Blue.
Okay, well, roll to hit first on the first one.
Ah, no. Well, if I will just use another d20, because that apparently doesn't want to be used anymore. Yeah, 17. 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, plus 4 is 17.
That hits.
The first one hits. And that one does 3. Second one, 17. Plus 4. So that one hits. So that's 3 plus 2, 5 damage so far. And the last one, 12, 13. Oh no, that one was a 16. That one doesn't hit.
Just misses, I'm afraid. Okay.
I keep getting 2 hits in and not getting that third
So
one.
what was the total damage, please?
It's a 3 and then it was 4, 5. 5 damage total.
5. Okay. Punch.
And then I technically have bonus action with that. Yeah. Was the Fury of Blows my bonus action, right?
2 seconds. After you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Yeah.
Yep, okay.
So yeah, you done?
Yep, then I'm done.
All right. The giant now has lots to choose from. Is still flailing around randomly, completely enraged and maddened by these attacks. The first one is going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That Zaron over there, and the second one will go for the Duragar. So you're all safe, but they're both with disadvantage. So against the Zaron, it gets... Ooh, still just hits. So it is 7...
So he also has resistance as the ghosts kind of like put themselves ephemerally, how do you say that, in the way.
Yeah. Okay. So it gets resistance to all damage?
Yeah. Any
So
damage
that's-
it hits other than me. Just from the giant.
Okay, so that's 6 damage on the Zaron there. And then against the Duragar... misses. As it just, I think the Duragar raises up a gauntleted fist and just like crunch, smashes against that. You guys kind of like kaiju battle going on here. This massive Duragar fighting this massive giant here. Okay, and it just roars in frustration as the Duragar lay into it. And with their war picks, boop, hit, and a natural 20 on the second one.
Ooh.
And that is 15 and 28. Okay. So it is on its last legs. As this looking very, very worse for wear now, just roaring in pain and frustration and terror still. And clearly has no idea what's going on. It's just like... And Elora.
Laura is getting frustrated. Not hit once. So if this doesn't hit, she's gonna run in afterwards.
Last chance.
Oh, thanks. 19.
Say again, sorry?
I have a 19.
19 will hit. What's the damage?
So then longbow, which is an 11, and then because I was in a hidden position, I get to draw extra damage with sneak attack.
Yep.
It's 12, so 11 plus 12.
11 plus 12. Okay. So. Let's see here. Okay. Elora, Illustrious, tell me what happens.
Yes.
Hey, the finisher.
hit once, but I got the last word in.
You get all the
time.
experience points.
Oh no, share. So the bow is going to aim directly for the second head, and I imagine it pierces right through the middle and kind of explodes. I don't know if it actually explode, but my imagination it explodes.
So let me
I'm right here.
let me hear very very clearly there. You're going for the second disfigured head.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So, as Elora pops up from inside that market stall there and unleashes the arrow, it just goes whistling through the air viciously and just plunges into the skull of this disformed second head. And there's just a splash of gore and blood, and the creature ponderously and Corbin, can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Saving throw. Dexterity. Ooh. +1. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh, nice. Okay, so as it just comes crashing down onto the cobblestones, you nimbly roll out of the way and avoid getting pinned beneath its huge form. And the Duragar just turn around to where Laura's standing up with the bow still up high, and they just
Victory pose
with their giant war picks, and the Zaron are there with their flaming lances as well, and they nod appreciatively. Now it's moving. It hasn't died outright, but it's bleeding very very badly.
Okay, let's try this whole healing it thing again.
Okay, Zakan, are you going to do anything?
No, I think Zakan will let it see how it plays out.
Okay.
We're kind of watching.
So, Corbin? Yep.
Oh, okay. Corbin was like, okay, let's try this whole healing it again. Don't punch me this time. I am trying to help you.
Okay.
I do not. It will take my last key point until we get another long rest, but it's just a key point to do Hand of Healing.
And what's the
and it's
healing from that?
1d4 of the healing damage. So now I gotta roll my d4.
Oh, good.
Wachoo!
Oh, I need to take away this advantage. Sorry.
You said with advantage?
No, so I need to take away your crystal. It was still on you there for the advantage from before, which you used up. Okay. So
I do have inspiration that I just got. Thank you, Daisy. Could I add
thank you,
that?
Daisy. If you want. No, that's not a D20 roll. It's
Gotcha.
advantage on a D20 roll. Sorry, I should put the crystal right
I
back.
did roll a 3 on that.
Thank you, Daisy.
On that
I missed that.
Stand up healing though.
Oh, right. So you. Now, luckily, because you weren't pinned beneath it, you have the ability to do this. So as this thing crashes down, you roll to the side and then immediately spring to your feet and reach out with your healing hand, and the healing energy just goes out from your person into the body of this giant, and you just see its normal-looking head and just loll to the side as it goes unconscious. But it does seem to be stable from the healing magic that has stopped the bleeding from the other head. Now, the Duragar reduce back down. Just get this sorted there. Unfortunately, we don't get any cool arts for the Zaron, unfortunately. Roll20 does that randomly from time to time. It's just like cool arts, text. That's what I'm getting for this one. So the four of them just go down, and they look around, and they kind of begrudgingly, they're like, good work. Now, get out of the way.
Like Corbin's gonna listen. They don't want to cause more of a scene than had already been caused, but they like they don't look happy, like at all about any of this.
Yeah.
But they go over to Ignatius because they were banged up pretty bad.
Yeah.
And see if they can check on them.
Zaron looks slightly concerned that Ignatius is surrounded by these whirling, ethereal beings, and they're just like all like draining back into his axe.
I've seen it a few
You've
times.
never seen a ghost axe before.
Yeah, right.
Right? Ain't never seen a ghost axe.
Yeah. Stop raging
Don't
and
stare.
then
It's rude.
start picking the cobwebs out of my horns.
Right? There's like sorry.
Yeah, Webster.
Trying.
Webster
Still
scuttles.
new to it.
Webster scuttled over, looking slightly sheepish. Yeah. Sorry. Jumped on you. Sorry.
Oh, you tried. And I'll just pat him on the head.
They're all having a moment. Everyone will have a moment with Webster.
Okay. Now, let's see here. Okay. Now, as the giant rolls over and starts kind of just drooling out the side of its mouth, unconscious here, you see, from the same direction that it came, another stone giant is rushing towards you.
Does it have one head?
It does. It is a...
Zakon will like rush forward in front of the guards and stuff to sort of be the person to intercept this giant.
Rushing?
So the other one just comes charging out, and it just let's see here, and he's yelling. He's like, "Rihud, Rihud," and he looks completely sane and rational, and just looks concerned as he comes rushing out. Now the Duragar, the Duragar and this giant come rushing up next to the fallen one, who's apparently called Rihud, and the Duragar start to talk amongst themselves and about what's happened here and what's going on, like examining the unconscious giant. And Zakan, you said you're going to the second giant?
Yeah, mostly just like so that the guards weren't going to do anything rash. They kind of like run up to the front there and make like a sort of like hold.
Yes.
motion.
Yes. He comes dashing over. He's like, "Oh, thank the gods and all of Stone's creation." He just like catches his breath as he's clearly just been belting it from wherever he came from, and he looks down at you, Zakan, and he's like, head on one side. "Aren't you the Lightsbringer?"
The very same. I hope that you can tell me what happened to this Rahul.
I have heard of you. Your mask is quite distinctive. My name is Dorhun. I am apprentice to Stone Speaker Hagram up in the Cairngorn Caves.
It's a long way.
Oh no, it's part of the city. Sorry.
It's a short way from here.
Yes, especially with giant legs. Poor Rihud. I do not know what happened. He is another of the Stone Speaker's apprentices, and he was communing with the stone when he suddenly roared in madness, sprouted that second head, and went crazily running out into the city. I gave chase and got here as quickly as I could.
This happened just today.
Right just before this, yes. I do not know what came over him. But you have my thanks, and the Stone Speaker's thanks for not killing him.
Your thanks are owed to this one, and they point back to where Corbin is, hanging out with their enormous, horrifying spider.
Currently doing this to try to get the web off their fingers.
And he extends.
Just looking very regal.
He extends this massive, grey-skinned, calloused hand towards you there, Corbin. You have our thanks.
Oh, sure. Wipe the web off. They go, thank you. And because it's such a big hand, and they've always just been taught to always give the firmest handshake you can if someone do it. It's like, it's so small, but they go for their wrist, kind of a handshake. It's just small, but it will be with all my strength.
Noted. Let me show you what these fine fellows look like.
Yeah.
Boop.
Chat, so I
Here
can
we are.
see.
Just a better image of the token. Get the full whack there.
Usually one head.
They do not have these massive clubs. just kind of bluish greyish skin. Yeah. Yes, massive hands, Hellborn, like me. I have massive hands too. I am a giant, especially Hellborn.
Really long fingers for like no reason. They're like...
They are long fingers.
They are long fingers.
They are indeed. Yeah,
bad.
Hellborn. I'm and over in Japan, as Elora and Zakan were once upon a time. Zakan a good deal before Elora was. And yes, over here in Japan, I am a giant amongst my neighbors. Although I have met, let me think how many. I've met 3 or 4 Japanese guys taller than me. I was very surprised.
It's got to be even harder.
I know how tall you are.
Incredible. Anyway, so yes, the stone giant, very firmly, but carefully shakes your hand, Corbin, and he's just like, and he's like, please, when you have the opportunity, come to our caverns and meet the stone speaker.
Khan turns to
Glance over.
the Duragar.
Yes,
I'll
Sagan?
tell you later. And they, speaking to the Duragar, they say, I trust there is no problem in remitting this one to the care and authority of the Stone Speaker.
I shall take poor Rihud back home.
The Duragar guards don't seem to, have an issue with that.
No, they seem okay. And you see the stone giant turns to them, these Dwargar of the Stone Guard, and he bellows at them. These folks are to be allowed passage to the Stone Speaker's cavern. And the Dwargar look slightly pissed off at that, but they nod.
So then Corbin will not go hi when he like points back. Will not do that.
Yes. So yeah, the Stone Guards will escort you. They turn to you as like, well, we will escort you over through the city to the Stone Giant's cavern, if we must.
Bow to the Stone Guard's authority, of course.
And the Stone Giant nods. The Stone Speaker will be duly appreciative. Hauls Rihud's body up onto his shoulder and slowly, under the massive weight, goes ponderously walking back towards the south from whence he came.
To Elora, as Khan says, was marksmanship and good judgment both.
Yes, Elora, if you had said you shot any other parts of its body, it would have just died.
Oh, no.
So well done.
Figured I'd follow Corbin's lead. They were trying to help, so I didn't want to kill it.
Yes.
Those are all healing punches, Corbin. Look quite aggressive.
Hmm?
All of them. Every single one of those punches, healing punches.
Healing punches.
Healing. Okay.
But you can tell
Nice.
because they're like, look, they are very. They're not proud of their impatience, but they did get impatient.
Tried exactly
there for a
one
second.
healing punch.
No, it's
Exactly one, and then he punched them. No. like they go to be upset, and then they're like, because I'm actually kind of hurt, and they're like,
yeah, right.
look,
Got a good
I
punch in
did
there.
my best.
Yes. The gate here to the south of the Blade Bazaar. See the ping there. That gate there is the one that was destroyed.
I think we have to coin backhand of healing now.
Yeah, well, I thought that was coined last week.
Did we officially coin it?
I think so. I think so.
I would like merch, thank you.
So it's like those really aggressive, like Southern Baptist preachers,
Yeah.
like smack people to heal them. Yeah, heal.
Chris, feel the power.
Chris, do you think
Out with the demons.
do you think Dungeon Glitch can sort something for us?
Yeah, probably.
Full Baptist.
All right. So, thank you. Okay. So that happens there, and yeah, so the
About that
stone giant
drink.
disappears. Yes, even
Yeah,
thirstier.
go, please.
Even thirstier now. So, you.
I do like that we all thought it was the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Immediately.
No.
That's why when we can't have nothing.
That's next week.
All right.
As soon as we feel
Laura, yeah.
So, do the temp.
I was gonna say, as soon as we feel settled,
Yes.
Morgan will.
Indeed. Okay, so you, Zakan, you lead them through the wreckage, gingerly stepping round to the these angry Duragar who are, trying to put their things back together and salvage what they can from their stalls that were destroyed by the giant, and you get some. Even though you helped, you get some. Even though you helped, you get some very nasty glances from some of these merchants. You get these mutterings. It's like, this place should be just for Duragar. These bloody outsiders, giants. And you lead them out of the way. There's a cairn, and you head towards the doorway. This heavy, iron-fitted doorway that leads into one of those massive columns of rock. The one that has Golbron's lair written on it there. Boop. On the east side of the market. And
The rest of our party's gonna be like, where have you been? What have you been doing?
they're all just hanging out. Like 5 drinks in already.
Corbin's covered in like weird head blood. Like that blood went all over.
But to your credit, the parallels drawn to the Demogorgon are well founded.
Oh yeah.
My face.
As I'm sure you are
Zakan is
already
concerned.
suspicious. Yes.
I would like a shower, and then one of these beer things you guys keep talking about.
Here. We're doing whiskey.
Now, Zakan, you know that Golbron's lair is the only inn in the town that accepts non-Duragar guests, which is why it was chosen. And you also know the name Golbron means bullet. Those nasty subterranean creatures that burrow through the rock and emerge to attack creatures. Not the one that attacked you, a different one. Not even nastier than that one. So it means bullet in Dwarvish. And the inn itself, behind this door and down some stairs, is built inside a small cavern complex, which is beneath the bazaar, underneath the market, over at the northern end there, that northeastern end there. And as you all make your way inside, the halls are cold and damp, but that actually is rather nice compared to the scalding air outside in the city itself. As you make your way down to the central chamber, which serves as the dining room, and then you can see various small twisting halls branching off, which have been excavated out on the sides. And, you know, it's dark and cramped and uncomfortable, but safe and defensible. So it's a good spot to be. And just like in Cheers, you make your way down the stairs, and all of your friends at there everyone turns around. Hey, it's you guys.
You guys.
Are they just all happily like sitting around drinking and relaxing? And we're just like
They've just been
covered in
having
sweat and
drinks.
blood? It's only been like in game time. It's only been like 10 minutes, or
You're
like
right.
20 minutes, maybe a 30 minutes.
No, it would have been about an hour. Would have been about an
Okay.
hour. But yes.
They're just looking at us like we can't let y'all do. Y'all can't go anywhere without causing a mess, can y'all?
And Eldith, the shield dwarf scout, jumps up, and she's like, Elora, everyone, it's good to see you. Everything go okay? Sorry, everything go okay?
Oh.
Got my accent.
Are
Corbin
you not
just
seeing
shakes.
this right now?
And then as you kind of like move into the torchlight that's flickering in the rough-hewn main room here, they see you're just all coated in blood, and you know, Elora's just still kind of damp wet from plunging into the water. Was that Corbin? I forget who dived in.
No,
Corbin
was
did it, yeah.
Corbin, that's right. Yeah, sorry.
off of above sea level the whole time.
And their eyes kind of go wide, and Elora, Prince Derindel rushes to your side. Lady Elora, what on earth has happened?
Nothing that concerns you. Why don't you go get us all a beer?
Yes, at once. refreshment for you all.
Yeah, we've had a long day. Yeah, we'll make something.
And you can see, Jim Jar and the others are kind of pulling chairs over from empty tables nearby. It's still getting towards the end of the day, but not too busy in here. But you do see several other folks in here. You can see there are a couple of tieflings over at one table. Some other Svrfneblin, a group of about 6 of them all together, which is quite strange. Topsy and Turvy, Jim Jar's kind of like chatting to them a couple of times. He's like, oh yeah, this is the others that I told you about. And I completely forgot his accent. Hang on. Yeah, these are the other ones that I told you about. And this over here in the corner, this is the Adventure Archive. They're really lovely folk, and they just like come raiding by sometimes, and it's really nice to have them. So yeah, give them a nice hello. It's an evil raid apparently. Yikes. Duck.
Oh.
Those fine folks at the Adventure Archive. Hello, it's good to see you again, guys. Thank you for coming
these
on by.
adventurers look very evil.
Evil Andy has arrived. Okay. Hey there, archivists, indeed. Okay, pleasure to have you in as always. How many times did you die today? They have some very I forget what the game system was that they were playing. They had this really cool. That it's just very like it was like, can you survive without dying too many times? It's just this very high stakes, very meat grinderish combat that they were going with lots of very creepy. If you like horror and kind of like body horror and just like that kind of really hardcore stuff. Within reason. Still available on Twitch, so it's within reason. I do definitely recommend that you head on over to the Adventure Archive. Really awesome stuff. Let me send you in the right direction. Long username.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. There we go. So, yes, please head on over there and give them a look, as they are fine adventurers, and worthy of your eyeballs, which they will then pluck from your skull and crush in a gauntleted fist. And I think they might also have snap camera as well. They have some very interesting effects that they use on their on their players, which I thought I might have seen in some of the options there. It's definitely something I forget. They did tell me what it was, and I immediately forgot because I'm dumb. Right now, so you pull up and you are handed out. Prince Derendil diligently rushes to the bar, or you can see. She's say. Yeah, there's a very kind of thick-bodied, like beefy-looking orc behind the bar, who's running things here. Who seems to be the person in charge. And Eldith, once you're all sat down and comfortable, Eldith says, "Yes, we've organised rooms for everyone, and I think this is going to be a good spot. We pulled some of our money together, and thanks for everything you've done for us so far. And we've paid for tonight."
Thank you.
Our pleasure, our pleasure. Please, I think the prince has your drinks. And you see Derendil's like fussing over. He's like, "Here you are, yes. Elora," and he tries to pull out the chair and hold the 4 tankards at the same time. He's just like with his elbows, just like awkwardly pulling out the chair for you.
It's okay. It's okay. And Cormac pulls the chair out for you.
He side eyes you.
Take 2 tankards. Thanks.
This is a most interesting brew, Lady Olora, and nothing like we have experienced on the surface back in our elven kingdoms. And they set down these tankards of Dark Lake Stout, a black beer fermented from the local mushrooms and the Dark Lake waters. And it is the staple go-to drink here, as the water of the lake is quite toxic. So they tend to substitute for Dark Lake Stout instead. And there's some kind of white-skinned fish, kind of almost like an albino kind of looking fish, which is you can see there's a giant one. It's like 6 feet long, and it's got this like massive, it's like a slightly elongated tuna, and it's completely albino, as you can see, and it's crackling and spitting as it's going round on a spit above a large fire pit. And the half-orc, when he's not serving drinks, is giving it a turn. And he's like, oh, hang on. Let's do this properly. He sees you arriving and sees that you are with everyone else here, and he shouts over to you. "Right, well, you must be the other ones that are in here with this lot. I hope you like fish, because that's all we've got. Fish, or fish. And the Dark Lake Stout, of course. Will that do ya?"
I love everything. I love fish. Love
Right.
you. This is
Well,
great.
sit down and shut up.
I like this orc has glasses on.
Don't take the piss out of my poor eyesight, or I'll come over there and smash you with that tankard.
You remind me of my dad.
Fish and beer sounds good.
And who are you calling an orc? You can clearly see from the forehead up I'm a half-orc.
Just like buns, apparently.
Right. So, grab yourself a seat and eat up and drink up. It'll go cold, and it tastes even worse when it's cold. And,
He's not wrong about that.
and yeah, that happens there. So,
Laura quickly turns to Corbin.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I was gonna say, Laura quickly turns to Corbin. So, take a sip. What do you think?
What does it smell like? They're gonna sniff it first.
it's
Like they have the big cup. Wait, I think I have a huge cup I could use for this. Like they have. Where have the little beer cup?
somewhere, hiding somewhere.
They have a big cup and there's like, okay. Mm. What does it taste like?
It has almost like a sour. It's like a sour beer. You know, it's got that stout kind of sourness to it, and then in the back of it there is just that hint of kind of, you know, mushroom. Oh God, what's the Japanese word? I'm forgetting.
Umami?
Umami. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got that slight bite
long
of
as it's-
umami on the back of it.
I care too much about Corbin for their first beer to be an IPA. So I just wanted it to be like a stout beer.
My first was a Guinness, so there you go.
But, okay, so
Yeah.
It's not
does
fantastic.
it always taste like this?
Who are you talking to?
Alora. Laura's like, well, how is it? It's like, oh, does it always taste like this? Why do I want another?
Jimjar kind of
Sure.
rather sloppily comes over to you and he kind of leans on your Corbin. He's like, well, the first three did.
And then after that, it tastes better?
Yeah, it does get better actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bottoms up.
At that, Corbin is going to chug the rest of it. Just to know, well, if it gets better after.
Ignatius is already there with another cup. Here you go. Try it out.
Okay.
You have to. Somebody has to go get fish. What's the Who's the one that's thirsting after Alora all the time again? Prince
Darendelle.
Darendelle.
Yeah.
Prince Darendelle. Like, hey, Alora said she was hungry, so that he goes and like gets us food.
He's like, oh, thank you, Corbin. Thank you for the heads up. Yes, I shall
No.
see that she is well fed. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you, my friend, thank you for that information. May I get something for you?
I think there's only fish.
Would you like some?
Sure, thank you.
Yes, of course. And he busies himself trying to be.
All right, count me down, Ignatius.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ah!
Click. Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution. I was about to say, when am I going to have to roll a Constitution?
I think because this is your first drink ever, right?
This is the first time that this is their 21st
You
right
poor
now.
person. Your first ever alcohol, and it was dark water stout, dark milk stout.
Okay. That is a my Constitution saving throw
Umami
is +1. So I rolled a 15. I
Second,
rolled 14 +1. Am
15?
I alive?
You splutter a little, but yeah, you're okay.
Okay, Corbin's not a lightweight. Okay.
That's
Taking
the
it like a
spirit.
champ.
You kept your first down, so you're welcome to stay. Okay, but yeah, that went to your head because you chugged it so fast, Corbin. You just kind of like sit down heavily on the chair.
Right, because they're off the second one, they're like, do you know what would be a really good thing right now? In a hand of healing, so they can heal themselves.
Backhand of healing, please. Backhand of healing.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Can it cure poison?
No!
Oh, dear.
I used the one with the darts. That's the healing hand. This is the one with the weapon.
I see.
And that that was 3 for me, so I'm alive.
Huzzah! Now, let me do something here. At that
Khan is just sitting
moment,
there, it's like under the mask.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this country?
It is not recommended to sip
The
it.
Kakashi
but
moment where
there's,
everyone's
like,
staring at you.
I want to see what happens.
So it's
Khan's
all
light
mug.
when
It's all
he's
blocked by
drunk.
mug.
Every time he drinks, I just imagine everybody's head like looks over. So,
Trying to like get a peek.
what's under the mask?
Right?
Perception check.
Actually, let's try this one instead. Hang on. Okay. At that moment, you hear heavy, armored footsteps thundering down the stairs to the inn. And the door to the staircase slams back on its hinges, and the orc owner just like shouts out, "Oi, what you doing? Watch out!" And you see 3 figures, tall, barrel-chested, elven figures, all wearing the same armor, with a surcoat over the top, and on the front of that surcoat, Elora, is the crest of your city. Okay, so I forget the name. Sorry, excuse me. What was the elven city? Mistrana. Thank you. Yeah.
Mistrana.
Thank you. So as these warriors, these warrior-looking folks come barging into the room, you can see the arms of Mithrano on their surcoats, but they're slashed and burnt, and their armor is dented and damaged, and all of them look very, very battle-worn and weary. And they look around the room, and the one at the front looks over, he's like, "Oh, thank the gods. Lady Elora, we found you." And they come running over, and this one who's older, and he's got graying hair and this large scar across his face, they all kneel down on one knee in front of Elora and bow their heads.
Silly, there's chairs up here.
Laura immediately goes pale. Just loses all the color in her face with her mouth wide open. And I think she's gonna try to run away. I'm gonna bolt for it.
Okay.
Jim?
Are you?
She does not want to have a conversation.
Are you going for the door or for the side chambers or what?
For the door, like straight out the door.
They, at the sudden flurry of movement, they look up, and they're like, Lady Elora, please, your people need you."
And she just stops for a moment. What do you mean? What do you mean they need me?
"How long have you been down here, milady?"
I've been away from home for a long time. It doesn't concern you.
"Our path took us an equally long distance. First, we went near Baldur's Gate. We heard that you had been seen in that area, and then on to Elturel, or at least where Elturel used to be. And we heard that you were down here in the caverns below the surface world. There were more of us to start with. We were beset by many assailants and terrors down here, but we managed to pick up your trail and heard that you were in this direction and that you had arrived just before us. Lady Elora, do you not know what happened after you left Mithrano?
No. Avoided all news and all people I knew from there.
Then there's no way you could know. Lady Elora, the ruling council, the families, I'm afraid, including your own family, one of the old ancient cities that used to take to the skies above the deserts near our home. When they were destroyed in ancient history, one of them teleported away using their magic, heading to somewhere called the Shadowfell. And it was not too long ago that they returned to the material plane. And they started about their empire building once more. Before long, they ended up at the borders of Mithdrano's kingdom. In the final battle, we gathered aid, strong allies from the Sword Coast and the Lord's Alliance, who assisted us in our fight. And the city was defeated, its Mythalar destroyed. But the city itself came crashing down into Mithdrano in apocalyptic destruction rained down on the city. And as I said, the ruling council, the families, all of that district was completely destroyed, including your family home. Lady Elora, the line of succession was decimated and leads to one place. A line of succession, a trail that we have followed all the way down here to the Underdark, to Gracklestug, I believe. And they fall to their knees, to one knee once more, and bow their heads again. Lady Elora, we are here to escort you home, to take your role as leader of Mithdrano.
Had no idea anything that happened, so my family, everyone I know is gone.
I cannot speak for all that you knew in the city, but your family and the rest of the line of ascension up until you are lost. Please, we implore you, return to your people. They need leadership. They need their queen. And Prince Darendil just from the side goes, I knew it! And we shall stop there.
There we go. Okay.
Khan slides the beer, like, you know, over towards the Lord.
And the lore ruled with an iron fist for 300 years.
Sam, when you chose Mithdrano as Alora's home, how much did you read into it?
So I read just like the basic, you know, Wikipedia version of the history, and there is some interesting things that related to some of the things that I'm carrying around. So.
Did you read to the point where it said this year in the Forgotten Realms history, a massive flying city crashed into it and destroyed it entirely? I didn't think so. I didn't think so. So, I was looking forward.
Perfect, that's so good.
I was looking forward to the roles that I've been making, leading to these guards from Mithranor catching up with you. And I'm glad it happened here. So, everyone.
I thought they would be after me after this. Yeah.
Right.
For an Allura arc.
A massive, massive thank you to everyone that's joined us today. It's been an absolute pleasure to play with my fine players, Zakan, Corbin, Ignatius, and Queen Allura. As we shall be joining them once more in the Underdark next week. But before that, if you want to swing on by again, there's plenty going on later on today or tomorrow if you're in North America. Thursday, we will be through the mists in Barovia for Curse of Strahd. Tomorrow, there is going to be an epic decision to be made in Descent into Avernus as Zakarn's angelic patron is in dire straits down in the first layer of the Nine Hells. Then, on Saturday, with Cousin Daisy over there in chat and our other fine friends from the KBG podcast and my brother-in-law as well, we'll be heading back to the Sword Coast, up to the surface world, to continue our second session of our Candlekeep Mysteries campaign. Then, next Tuesday, we'll be back up in the frozen north as our heroes attempt to slay the evil lake hag, Maud Chiselbone, up in Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. And that'll bring us all the way around back here to the Underdark to figure out just what on earth is going to be done about the royal line of Mithranor. In amongst some of that, there'll be some other stuff going on. Ignatius, aka Chris of CarniSideShow, please.
Yes, yes, different time on Friday in the States and Saturday morning here in Asia, Australia. We have our regular Planescape Modern campaign happening. We just lost a player character to a hag that they stole from. Whoops. And after that, we're taking a break next Tuesday, so we might play some Dark Alliance. But this Sunday, Sylvie has a very special guest for her D&D pajama party. It's Hope from Hope for TTRPG.
Yay!
We're hanging out and just lots of fun. So
Definitely check that out if you get the chance, everyone. Here is the link. Boop, give them a follow so you can catch all of the good stuff going on over there as well. And do check out all of the fine folks in Rolling Together, our Twitch team that we are proud to be part of over here. Now, thank you, everyone. One last thing from me. As I said, we have something rather special coming up thanks to our Cardboard Monster sponsor here. If you have the chance, if you're in Australia, head on over there and see all of the amazing tabletop and games things that they have going on there, and use the promo code not yet, patient, not yet, as you can use the use the promo code PhoenixIwaki to get 15% off your order. Again, shipping internationally would make that very expensive, so if you're in Australia, please do make use of that. Go and check out all the fine stuff that they have going on there. Now, yes, as Patient has mentioned there, on July 10th, we have a very, very special session coming up. The next session of our one-shot roulette randomly generated madness, as we are joined by the Antipodean All-Stars, the wonderful, wonderful players that are coming up. We have from Viva La Dirt League, the incredible YouTube channel, both Robert Hartley DM and Ben Vandelier as well, the incredible, incredible actors from that channel, and also the incredible Dreaded GM and Dead Aussie Gamer, as well as AJ from Roll for Damage and Pesh from Tales of Pesh, an incredible cast of voice actors and D&D All-Stars. That's the only word for it. That's why I called it the Antipodean All-Stars. It's going to be absolutely awesome. I cannot wait. So do join us for that if you get the chance. And today, do stick around as we will head off to the end screen and then off a raiding and see who's playing at the moment. spread that love that you've been showing us in chat all day. Thank you so much for all chatting away there. It's been so good to see you. Always watching. I can't always respond because you're in the scenes and stuff and what's going on. But it is so good. Yeah, Ben, too patient. So good to see you and have you all over there talking to each other and watching our streams with us and joining us for all of these adventures. Absolute pleasure. So, without further ado, let us say our farewells for today. But we will see you soon. It's been an absolute pleasure. But until next time, as we like to say around these parts, sayonara.